With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first pure kicker ever in the Hall of Fame, Jan Stenerud, to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
On the set, blue draw quarters.
56. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Wide. Get wide. Watch the safety creep. Check 3.
Look at me, zipper.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Go. Hey!
Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that?
Go!
The mic, boys. 56. Check 56. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Working from the gun, Manning. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans. Saquon Barkley, 79 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this is good. Our score, 7-0, Tennessee.
Next to score, our home team 7, visitors nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Reset. 20 points down. He's coming. 19. Kill. Line up. Go.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ray Lewis coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They'll run now with Bo Jackson. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready? 18 Gators. 22 jet bomber.
Check the backer. Alert flare. Alert 3.
Yes. Now.
Motion.
Bravo. On the ball.
Snap comes at 1. Manning. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. 15 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
That's good.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
First and 10 at the 20.
Check 24. Check 24.
Yep.
Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home.
Go.
Motion. 56.
Hey.
56. Right there. 56.
Let's go, D.
Five.
Let's go.
On first down, Manning. He's going to let it go deep for the... Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Well, not content with the first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle. On second down now, it's Jackson, and the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Watson completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. George Kittle, 52 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hey!
56. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hustle, go.
Manning now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Under crunch.
Pick the edge. Pick the edge.
Come. Hey, Echo, on the ball.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Slam.
Out. 80 weapon.
Check 50.
Go.
Take it.
Yes.
And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
Break.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check.
Team spell.
Check 49.
Small. Look. Squeeze. Hit it.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And oh, look at that, a diving catch.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it in without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
Jim.
Now.
No. Off. Hey.
Yep.
Alert. Mike's 50. I'm coming after you.
Now.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And Ingram holds it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Titans 14, Visitors 7.
Watch the pass. Jack. Hatchet. Jack.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Whip. Watch the whip.
A first throw for the backup, Jackson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by Mel Renfro, the Hall of Famer. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Keep playing.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Steps away to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 2nd down, it's Jackson, and down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the
They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Well, partner, let's talk Super Bowl. We have to. Before the year, by the way, we made predictions for the Super Bowl. You got one of the teams right. You had Kansas City and New Orleans, but you had the Saints winning. I also had the Saints there, but losing to New England. And now we get a chance to rectify things. So who's going to win the big game, partner?
Well, I think San Francisco wins 35-34. MVP, usually a quarterback. But in this case, we're going to have an upset. Middle linebacker Fred Warner is going to have 13 tackles and an interception return for a touchdown and be the upset MVP winner over Jimmy Garoppolo, because in the Super Bowl, if the quarterback does anything, he wins the award. But this time, the defense, which got them there, is going to take charge, and Fred Warner walks away. Super Bowl MVP, 49ers Super Bowl champions.
Wow, you went above and beyond with great specifics there. I'll be a little bit more general. I'll just say that the Chiefs are going to win by a touchdown, and yes, I'll go with the MVP being number 15, Patrick Mahomes.
And if you're not really rooting in this game, how great a matchup is this?
Oh, it's fantastic. Going to be a ton of fun. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
Bang, bang. Go. Check. Go. Lucky. Hayward. Go. You got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Finds his tight end Ingram. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Got 4 down. Check.
Check 9. Watch the motion.
Hey,
15, Mike. Pick me up. Here we go. Shit.
Jackson on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And it's 2nd down. Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Hey.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch the curl. Switch.
Get it.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. So, Charles, you and I have made our predictions for Super Bowl 54. Well, coming soon, the official Madden NFL 20 Super Bowl prediction. Something Madden folks do every year is predict how they think the big game is going to play out. And that prediction, with the help, by the way, from Peyton and Eli Manning, is going to be revealed on Thursday, January 30th, 9 Eastern. Go to EA.com/theprediction to check it out. And keep playing Madden to feed the machine and tell us who you think will win as well. Again, it's EA.com/theprediction. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Check me out. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check hot route. Hot. You go tight.
Leo.
You got tight right there. Check 3. Kill.
Ready.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Keep working.
from 19 yards away. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
65, 65, 65.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On second down now, it's Jackson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Faking the give. Now Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll dump this to Bo. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Watson off play action. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead. Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation. Or go 4 verticals because why not? Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it. Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further. I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, Sam off. Shoot.
Throwing on first down is Manning. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Holt. And they work this out past the 25. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This quarterback now 11 for 11. Perfect in this opening half. It's 1st and 10.
Pull it high.
Hey, turn it up, turn it up.
Hey. Hard.
Sponge. No.
Look at me. Zipper.
That's me.
Hey. High 7. 5.
One final try now for Manning. And he fires one that's intercepted. Rod Woodson with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off of play action, it's Watson. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch.
We got this.
It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They run again with Jackson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On 4th down, Watson.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Night Train Lane. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A quick sidestep here, CD. The NFL doing something kind of neat for its 100th season, which wraps up with Super Bowl 54. They're inducting a 20-man class, a centennial class, into the Pro Football Hall of Fame this year. Now, a number of modern-day candidates won't be announced until the night before the Super Bowl, but 15 have already been announced, and it's a pretty good list so far. Guys like Harold Carmichael, Bobby Dillon, Alex Karras, Donnie Shell, Duke Slater, a number of others in there as well, CD.
Yeah, you're right about that, and what this does is they hope it helps ease the backlog of some of the great candidates that are out there. You know, a Max Speedy and Ed Sprinkle people may have forgotten about, but they were tremendous during their time frame. And we did get to see, if you're watching television, coaches Bill Cowher and Jimmy Johnson receive their invitation to Canton from the president of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And we saw those announcements live. It was so much fun, wasn't it? And the emotion that came through. And let's not forget Executive George Young, who built the New York Giants back in the day with Bill Parcells and crew to win Super Bowls. And former Commissioner Paul Tagliabue, he presided over the big growth of the league. And contributor Steve Sable of NFL Films, who should have been in a long time ago. Without NFL Films, I don't think we have the number of fans watching the game today.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
Watch the eye.
Get it.
They do go for it. It's Manning. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues.
Check. Crunch. Defense.
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Ready?
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Jackson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
The mic. 50's the mic.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Shoot.
Go, go, go. Run, run, run.
And he's got room. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards on that play. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The veteran Matt Bryant set to rock and roll. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team.
Come on now, let's go.
Ready.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now, jackrabbit. Come on. Fight.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Alert, flare, flare, flare. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Hey, hey.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet. There go.
Manning now to throw. And going deep for Hill. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Titans. Tyreek Hill, 66 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And now the Titans will line up to go for 2.
Bring it.
Let's go, let's go. Get set. Hit it.
And he will get in to make it 8-0. And what a way to cap off the opening touchdown drive. You go for 2 and you get it.
Remember when the PAT or the extra point was a gimme, right? Not plus 99%. It's not that way anymore. So more people are willing to take a chance, go for 2, and take the kicker a little bit out of the game.
Here we go. X3, 218, chopper.
Hey, check 24, check 24.
Down.
On first down, Tannehill. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
On the ready.
I got one.
Let's go. Get it.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 43.
Go.
Motion to the backfield.
Hey.
From the gun, it's Madden going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He's coming. We got double up.
Go.
Slam.
Yes.
He's mine.
Mike, now.
52.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
80 weapon.
Undercrunch. Pick the edge. Come.
Yep.
Slam.
Go.
Motion. 52's the mic.
Go. We got Lee Griffin.
Shotgun now for Manning. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Check 50. Kill. Turn up.
Hey.
Kill. Turn up.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, seam 6. Ready.
Here we go on 4th down with Manning. They're going deep for Hill. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Check 52's the mic.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone,
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Check, 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 check.
49. General West.
Check 49. Check 13. Check 13.
Yo, 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 go, go. Hey, zoom. Hey.
52.
Let's get the ball.
Head up.
Manning going to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans. Saquon Barkley, 67 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. I mean, less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now Wilson on first down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyreek Hill, 46 yards. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone, not much more impressive than that. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Yes, yes. 5.
Manning now on first down. And his throw is incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Now. Hey, Alpha. Yep.
Motion.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
I got you, son. Check safety. Shit. Whip.
Blue draw Corkers. Go. Hey, Delta. Hey.
52. They gonna need some therapy after this.
Go.
Working from the gun, Manning. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Let's put that team on the bus.
On first down, Madden gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Switch it.
Check 99. Check 99.
Yo, go. Bravo.
52's the mic. Watch Mike.
Hey.
Go, D. Check 52's the mic. Check
Now.
52's the mic.
On first and 10, here's Manning. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. As his guys are in for 6. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open. He has to